Careful, Mel. They dock your pay if you bust the phones. Any word from Dorian or RJ?
No, there's no word from anybody. Driving me nuts.
No news is good news, right?
Yeah, I hope. With Dorian on the run and the cops after her, anything could happen. On the other hand, she could just come back here to town and get arrested for a murder she didn't commit. Sorry.
No. Any leads on who did kill Drew?
Oh, man, I might as well bang my head up against a brick wall for all the progress I'm making.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
No. Thanks, Joe. Cassie told me that the bullet that killed Drew paralyzed her.
Yeah.
Man, with everything that's going down, with Dorian on the run, and Drew killed, life's too short for you and your brother to be at odds.
There's not much I can do about that.
Sure there is. Fix it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Just do it.
Well, put it on the Metro page. Oh, then pull something else. Look, Don, I don't have time for this, okay? I'm supposed to be at court now for my brother's trial. Goodbye. Hey!
Hey, guess you're busy, huh?
Well, I'm never too busy for you. What's up?
Christian isn't going to New York.
Yeah, I know, sweetheart. I'm really sorry, too. It's such a shame that his painting arrived too late for consideration.
So, I'm not going to New York either. I'm enrolling at Landview U.
Jessica, what did you just say?
Mom, I'm not ready to leave. I can't leave Landview. I can't leave Christian.
Jessie, I don't even know where to start with this. I mean, this is not a decision that you're entitled to make all by yourself, you know.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, but I didn't hear, would you mind if, or what do you think about? I didn't hear that.
Mom, please, don't make me go to New York.
Jessica, do you realize that your father and I have already paid for half the school year?
Yeah, well, don't you have insurance for that?
Well, that's not the point, honey.
Mom, I thought you'd be happy I'm staying here in Landview.
Well, of course I'm happy. I want you. That's not the point either, darling. Jessie, you can't make decisions about your entire future just based on Christian's plans. I mean, it's not very sensible. It's just so unlike you.
Yeah, well, maybe I have DID, too. No, wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know why I said...
Jessica, what is wrong with you? What is bothering you? Don't tell me it's nothing, because I know it's something. I mean, you're so on edge, darling. And I mean, I realize you're going through changes, but Jessie, this is...
Mom, please. No matter what you say, you can't change my mind. I know what I want to do.
Okay. I tell you what, we're not going to talk about this now, all right? I'm supposed to be in court. I have to testify for Todd, so, we'll talk about this later. But please be aware this decision is not made, all right?
I'm sorry about that, DID crack.
Honey, what's wrong?
Mom, please just go. Go help Todd, okay?
Jessica.
Mom, I'm fine, please. I promise we can talk about this later.
Why won't you tell me what's wrong, sweetheart?
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just this whole Christian thing.
Okay. We're going to talk about this later, okay? You okay?
Yes.
I love you.
Court of Common Pleas for the City of Glenview, Lantano County is now hearing evidence and testimony in the matter of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Todd Manning. The Honorable Judge Norma Calloway presiding.
Please be seated. Mr. Rappaport, are you ready with your first witness?
We are, Your Honor. The defense would like to call Taya Delgado.
Objection, Your Honor. Ms. Delgado is the defendant's lawyer.
Ms. Delgado has a long-standing personal relationship with the defendant.
I'll allow it. Proceed.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Ms. Delgado, do you see Todd Manning anywhere here in the courtroom?
No, I do not.
Objection, Your Honor. Do we have to sit here through this while they put on this little performance?
Overruled. But don't try my patience too far, Mr. Rappaport.
I won't, Your Honor. Ms. Delgado, do you love Todd Manning?
No, I do not love Todd Manning.
What are you doing?
Hey, how's Cassie?
Hey, oh, she's incredible. Thanks. Yo, she still doesn't want you to say anything to Dorian about her being paralyzed.
There's no danger of that. I have no idea where Dorian is.
Well, good. That's why I'm here. We're gonna figure out who did this. Maybe Cassie can help us out.
How do you mean?
Well, I think it'd be healthy for her to get back to work.
Now, don't push her, Kevin.
I'm not pushing her, Mel. She wants to do it. She wants to figure out who shot her. I don't blame her. It'll help her get her mother home. So what do you got?
Not much. But I'm sure Graham is forcing Sykes' hand.
You got proof?
No. Just a lot of dead ends.
Dead ends are okay. We'll put Cassie on that job. She can get information out of the statue.
Hey, Ace. Yeah, I'm on my way. Great to have you back.
Hey, Joey. I wanted to tell you that I took a look at those shots from the courthouse. They were terrific.
Oh, what you do with words, I want to do with pictures.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. It takes 1,000 of my words to equal one of your good pictures. They were great. They were very, very good.
Thanks. It means a lot. From you. I heard about Cassie. I'm really sorry.
Hey, Joey. I wanted to say that I'm sorry about what I did between us and the trouble I caused, and I'd like a chance to fix it if I can. Can I?
I don't know. Can you accept Barbara?
Miss Delgado, did you at some time in the past love Todd Manning?
There were times that I saw sides of him that were warm and sweet and loving, and I guess at those times I loved him. But then he would do things that were horrible, things that I couldn't understand.
Would you expand on this idea of sides for the court, please?
Well, when he did these things I thought were so horrible, he was so different from the man I saw him be with his daughter, from the man he was so many times when we were alone.
Now, did it, in this time, ever occur to you that your husband might be suffering from a personality disorder? I mean, something like DID?
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is not qualified to answer this.
The witness lived with the defendant. As a matter of fact, was married to him.
Please rephrase your question, Counselor.
Gladly, Your Honor. Did it, in this time, ever occur to you that your husband might be mentally ill?
No, it never occurred to me. I mean, I thought he was troubled, I guess, but nothing like this.
And how did you feel when your husband was diagnosed as having DID?
I didn't believe it.
Do you believe it now?
Yes. Completely. That's Todd's body sitting at the defense table, but it's definitely not his soul.
Objection, please, Your Honor. We're not here to debate Mr. Manning's soul.
Sustained. Strike that. The jury will disregard the witness's reference to the defendant's soul.
Miss Delgado, I tell you, who is this gentleman?
That's Tom. For the moment.
Tom? For the moment? Would you explain that a little, please?
Well, sometimes he's Tom, sometimes he's Rod. Rod is very cosmopolitan, he's very cultured. He speaks with an accent. Tom is younger. He's very gentle. He would never hurt anyone.
Mm-hmm. Has Tom ever told you how he feels about Todd?
Tom feels horrible about the things Todd's done. In fact, he's offered to plead guilty to the crimes Todd's accused of. Or maybe I should say Pete.
I see, Pete being the violent personality. Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about Rod.
Rod is, he's a very sensitive man. He feels horrified by violence of any kind.
Taya, have you seen Todd Manning recently?
No, I haven't, not in a while.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Gannon?
Mr. Delgado, do you actually believe that Todd Manning has simply vanished?
I believe, in effect, he has.
I see, and there's no doubt in your mind that the man sitting right here is not the same Todd Manning who's trying to buy his freedom by faking a personality disorder?
I'm so sure that I divorced Todd on the grounds of abandonment. I divorced Todd Manning, but I love that man.
Where's Dorian? I needed the break. Look, for better or worse, my freedom depends on Dorian's freedom, so I'm gonna stick to her. But look, I gotta tell you, going away for Drew Buchanan's murder is starting to look like a day at the beach compared to sharing exile with Dorian.
She builds character.
Yeah, well, look, I've been trying to get in touch with Nora since she's supposed to be my lawyer, but no dice. So do you have any news that might be considered good?
All right, what's the protocol here? Do I lie?
Not to me, you don't.
Well, I have been having a hell of a time trying to pry the ballistics and the crime scene reports out of our boys and girls in blue.
Well, that makes sense. It's hard to perpetrate a cover-up if you let the facts float around.
All right. You said that of the 3 shots that were fired, you fired 2 in the direction of the shooter as he dropped the gun and fled, right?
Right. And one of my shots winged him.
You're sure of that? I'm only saying that because when I see those reports, they should state that 3 shots were fired.
Yeah, and 2 of them in the opposite direction from the one that took down Drew and Cassie. But look, they should have dug those slugs out of the dock by now.
No. That's why they don't want to show me those reports. Because they would corroborate your story that you did not shoot at the victims.
Then I'd be walking around free right now.
Excuse me. Well, look, Cassie is working very hard to try to accept Barbara, and I'm trying to be as
look,
generous.
Kevin,
but
this
I just
is
want you. Look, if I have to accept Barbara so that I can save my relationship with my brother, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And there's no question about that. right, come on. I don't want to lose you, you understand? I don't ever want to lose you.
You won't.
Mrs. Carpenter, so it was as your altar, Tori, that you ended your father's life?
Yes. I suffocated him.
Do you know why you split into altars?
Yes, I do.
Would you mind explaining that for the benefit of the court?
In virtually every documented case of DID, the patient, as a child, has suffered abuse, sexual or otherwise, at the hands of either a parent or a close relative or a family friend.
I know this is difficult for you.
No, I'm fine. Go ahead.
But did you ever suffer such sexual abuse?
Yes, I did. My father abused me for years.
Do you happen to know whether or not your brother incurred any similar abuse?
Yes, I do. He was subjected to devastating abuse at the hands of his adoptive father, Peter Manning. Abuse probably much worse than mine.
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
Fine. Mrs. Carpenter, did you know Peter Manning?
Yeah.
Did you ever see Peter Manning with his adoptive son, Todd?
On occasion, yeah.
How would you characterize their relationship?
It was hateful, abusive.
Hateful. Abusive. Ms. Carpenter, based on your experience as a DID sufferer, what happens to a child who experiences such abuse and betrayal?
You want to die. You just want to run away and hide. You blame yourself, so you feel guilty. And the worst part of it is that you have absolutely no one to turn to. Because it's your parent who is subjecting you to the abuse. And yet you know you have to survive somehow, so you need someone. You need someone who can help you and make you feel safe and make the pain go away. You need someone who can survive what you can't. What no child should ever have to survive. So you turn within yourself, and other personalities emerge. Entirely different people who survive for you, because if they didn't, you would die.
Is this a conscious act?
No. No, absolutely not.
So, based on your experience again, is it reasonable to assume, given the parental abuse of Todd Manning, that he might have retreated into multiple personalities?
Objection, Your Honor. The abuse has not been proven.
Sustained.
Fine, I'll rephrase. Mrs. Carpenter, do you believe that you could have survived terrible abuse that you went through had you not retreated into multiple personalities?
No, absolutely not. No, I would have died, and my brother would have too.
Objection.
If my brother had not had those altars to protect him, he would be dead today.
Objection sustained. The jury will disregard the witness's last statement, strike it from the record. Mr. Rappaport?
No more questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Gannon, you may inquire.
Don't look so worried. I think your dad can handle anything.
Mrs. Carpenter, did your brother know about your experiences with DID?
Yes, of course.
Now, you've testified that one of your altars was responsible for the murder of your father, Victor Lord. Were you tried for that crime?
Yes, I was.
And what was the verdict?
Not guilty.
And why is that? You had confessed to the murder.
Yes. The jury decided that I was not responsible, but that one of my altars, specifically Tori, was. So I was ordered into therapy, not to prison.
I see. And did Todd Manning know about the outcome of your trial?
Well, of course he did. He's my brother.
Thank you. No further questions.
Your Honor, we request a recess.
Look, I gotta get out of here. But Dorian made me promise on pain of death that I'd ask, so how's Cassie doing?
Cassie's, tell her Cassie's,
Okay, what is it?
Cassie's at home. Kevin took Cassie home.
Okay. Here. Dorian risked getting caught to buy Cassie this.
I have to see her, RJ. Take me to her.
No, sorry. That's not on my list of things to do. Look, she's safe. She misses you. She obviously loves you like crazy, and you must be crazy to put up with her.
It's the greatest joy in my life.
Yeah, well, whatever, man. I gotta get out of here.
Well, take good care of her, huh?
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Thanks.
Lambview University, Jessica, you can't do that. You can't throw your life away for me. I can't live with that.
I'm not throwing anything away. Not if I stay here with you.
This is wrong. This is way wrong.
No, going to New York without you would be way wrong.
But your dreams. I mean, you want to be a writer. The professors in New York, I mean, come on, you're going to learn a lot more there than in LU.
Excuse me, but did Shakespeare study in New York?
Yeah, well, he didn't study in Lambview either.
Christian, if I stay here, I can work on my writing, earn some credits, and still know at the end of the day that I'll be with you. And besides, it'll save my parents some big Ivy League bucks.
Yeah, your mother might have had to take another job.
Yeah, like a school crossing guard or something.
Bus driver?
Stripper?
No matter how much painting I get done, without you here, all alone, this year would be awful. But Jessica, you gotta be sure of this. You gotta be happy.
I am. I'm very happy.
And I think I am too.
You know, I should go and roll.
But you just said, weren't you just doing that online?
No, I was checking, some available courses. You have to do that in person.
Oh, wait up. Losing that scholarship, I mean, that was pretty bad. But, if something happened and we couldn't be together, I don't know what I'd do.
It's not gonna happen. I won't let it happen.
So I guess the future is looking pretty good.
Yeah. We have a lot to look forward to.
Dad. Yeah. Sorry. We're gonna take off for a bit, bro. I'll definitely be back, all right?
Okay.
And don't worry, I was watching the jury during Gams Crossing. We can make a dance.
Good, thanks. Roseanne, I'm very glad that you could come down here with Will.
You're really great.
Thank you.
I hope everything works out for you, too.
Oh, golly. Yeah, I hope so also. Coach, do you believe in miracles? Because I'd really like it if you could pull one out of your hat right now.
Boomer, what is it? What has got you so scared?
You know, you're gonna be a good lawyer. Because you win every argument.
That's just the Rappaport charm.
So modest, too. I can see why you want to do what your dad does. But it looks really hard to me.
It is hard. It's really hard. I'll be lucky if I ever get half as good as that guy is.
I don't know. You're a lot like him. You both make people feel like you care. Like they really matter.
Well, I do care, and, you do really matter. Well, you got to see what I want to do with my future. What's in store for you?
The world always needs good waitresses.
I can live with that. Do you see yourself doing that in 10 years, though?
All I know about is today, and today I'm with you. And it's what I really want to be doing. I'm gonna miss you when you go away to school. Go on. You're way too responsible to ignore that.
No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not.
The way you kiss, I could get used to that. If I work on it.
You better learn.
Hi.
Hey.
I am so glad you're here. Look, you have to do something. Just convince me that I'm being totally paranoid. You did.
Hi. What's the problem?
Listen, I gotta get back to the paper. You did an incredible job in there on the stand. I just told the truth. No, it was more than that. It was very moving. I'll see you.
Come on, Sykes. The reports. Give me one good reason why you won't release them.
There are several, not the least of which being the privacy of the deceased and his family.
Oh, bull. The crime reports will state there were 3 shots. 2 of them were fired in the direction of the shooter as he fled the scene, corroborating R.J. Gannon's story.
3 shots, all fired by R.J. Gannon.
All right. Convince me. Show me the reports. I'll get my hands on them sooner or later.
You have got to tell the truth up there. Todd's faking, and you've got the proof.
Just stop it, Max. You're really giving me a headache.
Look, I saw the way you were looking at Sam. He's getting to you, and you know it.
No, he is not.
If you don't tell the truth, I will.
Promise me something, Coach.
Sure, what?
You'll take it easy on Blair, right? Because I don't want her to get angry on the stand and make up a bunch of lies about me.
Boomer? Don't worry. It's gonna be fine.
All rise.
Be seated. Mr. Rappaport?
Your Honor, the defense calls Blair Kramer to the stand. Miss Kramer, is it true that you have a child with Todd Manning?
Yes, I do. A daughter.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 6.
I assume she's very important to you?
She means more to me than anything in the whole world.
And you're a good mother.
I try to be.
I know you are. You're a good mother. And you love your daughter very much.
Yes, I do.
And you would never consciously put your daughter into any kind of danger, now would you?
No, I wouldn't.
Is it true that you are divorced from Todd Manning?
Yes, I am.
And this divorce was very difficult and very painful.
Yes, it was.
Were you angry at your then husband?
Yes. In fact, I still am.
Huh. Is that why you won't let your daughter see her father?
No, that's not true. I allow Star to see her father. In fact, she would be very upset if she didn't get to see her daddy. She loves her daddy very much. And Todd is very different when he's with her. He's
what, Miss Kramer? When he's with Star, he's not Todd, is he, Miss Kramer? The truth is, Miss Kramer, is that you are in a unique position here to tell everyone in this courtroom whether this man sitting in this chair is Todd Manning. So, in your opinion, Miss Kramer, who is this man?
Hey. Looking good, kid.
What's this?
I saw RJ today. He risked a meeting to give this to me, to give to you. It's from your mother. She's fine.
And no, I didn't tell her about your paralysis.
Even on the lam, my mother has to shop.
Later, open it.
I think I'll read this later.
It's pretty.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I interrupted. I'll be leaving. I'll come back later.
No, Jess, no, stay.
It's okay. I have to get back to the diner. Really. Thanks for lunch.
I'll call you later, okay?
Okay.
Jess, what's up? You okay?
Yeah, about that night at the lodge.
Yeah?
Yeah, you said you used protection, right?
Yeah, I said that. Jess, I'm sorry. I'm really careful and everything, and yeah, I know we started drinking and it happens, and I know that neither one of us meant for it to, but...
So wait, what are you saying? You didn't?
I didn't want to hurt you anymore. I mean, I could already tell that you felt so bad, and I didn't want to make you feel worse, and...
No, it was my responsibility, too. I should have asked. I just didn't.
Why are you asking anyway?
Because I'm 2 weeks late.
The defendant. That man there. He's...
Ms. Kramer, you've known the defendant a long time now, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And you knew that Todd Manning had been convicted of a brutal crime, the crime of gang rape, didn't you?
Yes.
And yet you married him.
Yes, I did.
Well, weren't you frightened or afraid that he might attack or rape you?
No.
So I must assume that you felt he changed.
I guess. Yes.
So it's possible for people to change, right? I mean, with enough love and care and respect.
Yes. It's possible for people to change.
Ms. Kramer, was your ex-husband, Todd Manning, a fan of the opera? Did he love opera?
No, he hated opera.
And yet, this man orchestrated an entire evening of opera not that long ago that you attended, right? Now, how would you characterize that evening?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean, was it educational? Or was it fun? Or was it romantic?
It was very romantic.
Was your ex-husband, Todd Manning, the romantic type?
Hardly.
And yet you were caught up in the romance of the evening now, weren't you?
Objection, Your Honor. This is hardly relevant.
I'll get to the relevance, Your Honor.
See that you do, Mr. Rappaport, and soon. Objection overruled.
Thank you. Let's just get back to it was a magical evening, wasn't it? I mean, there was two people falling in love on the stage. There was music, and love was in the air, right?
Yes. It was everywhere. And that night, I was sure that I was...
What? You were what?
With a man that I've never been with before.
And the man that created that love that evening, that wasn't Todd?
No.
Do you think that Todd Manning ever could have made you feel that romantic?
No.
So let's be clear here. What you're saying is, it wasn't Todd Manning.
No.
Would you say that a little louder so that everyone else in the courtroom could hear?
No, it was not Todd.
Blair! Don't let him do this to you! She knows what happened. That's not what happened. He's faking it.
Silence.
She knows it. He's sucking you in, Blair. He's sucking
Stop
you
it,
in.
man.
I know he did it. And
I will have order in this courtroom.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Your Honor, Mr. Holden has made an extremely damaging accusation against my client. I mean, it goes to the very heart of the matter of this trial. So I request that he be given the opportunity to testify in this trial under oath.
You're asking me to put this gentleman on the stand?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. I mean, if Max Holden has proof that my client is lying, I would like him to get up here on the stand and testify. And then maybe we can resolve this question once and for all.